This week on Pop Fiction, Robinson, Terminal List, Vinnie Mac, and JB's gonna recommend something cool. Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story.
In North Carolina, a comedy concert starring Craig Robinson from The Office was cut short when a shooter burst into the club and started firing. Robinson was visible outside when the band Big Time Rush was performing at the Charlotte Metro Credit Union Amphitheater during an Instagram live stream.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand.
It really is. Not only is this, I don't even know if you know, but in the last several weeks, there's been false active shooters, like in the casinos in Vegas. One was the glass off of a door shattered, and then people thought it was a shooter, so everyone started rushing for the exits and everything like that. It's getting to be that we're in a world where it's like, this stuff is coming back. People are starting to go out again, starting to do concerts, starting to do this, and then the crazies come back out and they want to.
Well, I think it's crazy is this going after comedians thing, man. It's just, what, are they shooting now? I mean, come on.
Think about that.
That's crazy.
Right, yeah.
I mean, people are getting knocked out on the stage, attacked on the stage. Of all the performers, why would you attack comedians? They just make you laugh.
I didn't even think of that.
It just blows my mind.
It's a damn epidemic.
It is.
Also, since losing over 200,000 members earlier this year, which caused the company's stock to decline, Netflix has been struggling. The debut of a less expensive ad-supported package by Netflix is confirmed as a move to win customers back. I don't know about you. One of the things that I like most about Netflix is that it doesn't have ads, and I don't have even when they pop in their little preview trailers when I'm at the end of something already. I don't even like that. Like, hey, you want to see something else? I already know what I want to see. Yeah.
I'd rather watch the credits.
Yeah. Why are the credits so small in the corner? I want to see who the key grip is.
Yeah, that's right. Who's the best boy? No, I just think they're charging an outrageous amount. They're like double every other streaming service, and they didn't expect a backlash. I mean, come on. Yeah, I saw them losing more customers, so they ought to be happy they still got some of that.
Yeah, 200,000 members was quite the bump.
Yeah. Well, they did to themselves. Vince McMahon, longtime WWE chairman and CEO, is leaving the organization. McMahon, age 77, made an announcement via Twitter.
Now, I'd have to say this. Vince McMahon, I mean, there's all the allegations that happened before his eventual retirement. Apparently, I don't know if it's a Me Too situation. There was a few things that had came out.
I'm sure he's got truckloads of dirty laundry just
waiting I think all the stuff is just coming out. I want to say Stephanie McMahon and Khan are kind of being the co-CEOs. Triple H, I want to say, is like the head of talent, maybe something, head of creative.
You gotta hope they hold it together because World Wrestling has a lot of more bad movies to produce.
Yeah. Well, I guess a good thing is I think Linda McMahon is about to get $500 million out of the deal.
That should be nice.
Unless they stay together, which I really do. I have no idea. I don't know. This week's review, The Terminal List. After his whole unit of Navy SEALs is attacked, James Reese returns home, only to find new dark forces working against him and putting the people he loves in risk. This is season 1. I saw episodes 1 and 2 on Amazon Prime. It's a little bit of a slow burn. It kind of puts you in that mindset. It's a little slippery slope because it's a little bit of a mindset of somebody who's not really going through PTSD, but been in the service so long and kind of got a thing, and maybe there might be something wrong with them, or is there? You know, is there an actual shadow company thing or whatever going into it? So far, I'm digging it. It stars Chris Pratt, Constance Wu, and Jean Triplethorn. So, like seeing her work, you know. Amazon Prime, so far, pretty good.
Yeah, Prime's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
and
Prime has been slowly making its way because, of course, they were the ones that were like kind of like right behind Hulu, who was right behind Netflix, and then out of nowhere, the two dark horses, Disney Plus and HBO Max, jumped in there a couple years ago.
If you had Disney streaming service before Disney Plus, it was awful. They did a complete turnaround.
They did.
I was watching Disney Plus last night. I was watching Thor.
What, the original?
The first one. Love that movie. All right, this week JB remembers the new X-Men, the 1975 new X-Men.
Okay.
After months and months, actually about over a year of reprints, of X-Men reprinting their old stories, finally Giant Size X-Men #1 came out. Out came the new team, Wolverine, Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, Banshee later joined, and the only original was Cyclops.
Yep. Of course, for our fans that aren't big comic book nerds, like this was not only was this a reboot for the X-Men comic book franchise, but it also gave Marvel Comics a well-deserved shot of adrenaline. Book sales were kind of hurting.
They were severely hurting for the X-Men, but at the time, Spider-Man was still off the charts, #1 superhero in all of comics. Finally, they had someone to compete. It was, only comic book that could compete with Spider-Man and was never as popular was Batman.
Yeah.
And now the X-Men shot into the stardom, starting with Giant Size X-Men #1, continuing on with issue 94.
And they kept that momentum going throughout the 80s, had another resurgence in the 90s that was astronomical, which led all the way up to their eventual movie in 2000. And now Disney is gonna they keep their
2025 is what I heard. They're going to drop the X-Men movie. I hope it's the Giant Size 1 team. That would be fantastic.
I don't know. This is a very popular opinion, or this is probably not a very popular opinion, but I almost feel like the first movie they should do, the real X-Men.
The old 63?
And just 65. Go ahead and show them. Of course, everybody.
63 or 65.
Everyone's going to want the popular characters. They're going to want to see Storm. They're going to want to see Wolverine. They're going to want to see. I say, make them wait. Because they've been throwing. Marvel has been throwing a lot of content out these last 2 years.
My cousin is a big old X-Men fan.
Okay.
And we were just talking about that a couple weeks ago. Wouldn't it be cool if they dropped the old X-Men and in a later movie brought in the new?
With, what was his name? Vaughn. What was his first name? The director of
I don't know.
X-Men First Class. They had a great premise.
Having
the young Magneto, the young Professor X with the young team. But of course, they put together a team that wasn't a team because they were trying to stay in the timeline.
Yeah.
And then they were bringing people in and out, and they never really matched up. So, that's just the whole Fox timeline mess. Hopefully, they start off right.
I would like to see the old X-Men. I would definitely love to see an old X-Men movie. I'd definitely love to see a Giant Size 1 X-Men
I would like
movie.
to see that. I would like to see it grow the way it did. But with that, I'm Coolwater Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
We'd like to hear what you think. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel, like Get Into Character. And if you have time, please go ahead and check out my little sis and the beautiful ladies of Dining with Nadiva.
I'd like to give a shout out to my man AM at Comic Safari. Like him, follow him, subscribe. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
Good. That was a good one. I like that one. We started dancing a little bit too much.
Adonis, pull yourself together.